Okay, so this is like my own creation story because I was thinking today, looking at things, and I was thinking, well, in the Bible, the whole, those books, scriptures, and so on, the guy who runs who talks about the creation, he obviously could see and was given some sort of inspiration. I'm sure the Almighty was with him, instructed him what to say, and so. But what about just an ordinary person like myself? What would, how could I, how would I, what would I bear witness to? What could I say from, from my own soul, from my own being? And what would that sound like? So I decided to do that. So here's what it is. It's like, um, God created everything, and thank God He did, because now I can exist and be here in this place where I can learn lots of things and have lots of challenges and be tested and grow. And uh, well, I don't know. It must have been a long time ago, but things take place outside of time, so I can't say too much about that. It's just an incredible creation, and it all works together, and it's just absolutely amazing. And even the part that little what of it we do know and what we don't know, and when we think about the Almighty creating it without any tools and stuff and things, and just doing it once and it worked perfectly. It's worked perfectly for gosh, only knows how long. Billions and billions and billions of years. A long, long time. So, what did he create? Well, coming down to our thing, at some point he created. Um, he brought a human soul here and created a vessel that would be appropriate for that human soul, um, which was similar to the vessels that they had for lower animal souls, like and stuff, but then it's slightly different and utilize the same laws and principles, but even better, and really quite something amazing thing, human being abilities to contemplate and have emotions and feelings and be conscious and remember what it did before and think about what it's, and look at, feel things about what it might have in the future and so on. So it's really quite amazing, I'm in awe of it. And so anyway, so then I created a human being here, and there were two of them, because they needed to have companionship, and they were different in a slightly different dimension, so that in gender, so that they were equal, and so they could they had a capacity to um, create another vessel, bring in another soul, and so on and so on and so on. In other words, have children, and I gave them a way to be connected to him, so that they could get good guidance and instruction about how to operate here and how to use this, how to navigate this whole challenging and dangerous, certainly dangerous system. And, you could lose that human body or damage it pretty easily. But I mean, you had a fighting chance, and I guess that's pretty much been the case ever since we've had a fighting chance. And so there's that, and then let's see what else. So there's been a lot of people in a lot of trouble. People ignoring and getting away from that guidance, and so trying to use the forces that they have, or different forces that are here, and operate through man, and operate in an environment that those forces have kind of gotten into man and taken over a lot of things. So a lot of times he acts not in his own best interest, but in the interests of these different forces. And it all seems to be coming to some kind of a head. Man has gotten very bright lately, and then of course the forces in him, have other interests, so they have made a lot of destructive things that can kill people and harm, and things that by their nature harm people and don't really take into account the human aspect of things. And so we just don't know at this point. There's a new gift on the universe, and that gift is quite wonderful, and reconnect you with the Almighty. There's quite a few people on the earth that have it, and if enough of them would just take it up. I mean, it's easy to do. It takes half an hour twice a week. If they would just take that up, why then things could turn around. But if they don't take it up, and it doesn't turn around, then it seems pretty clear that things are going to go south, and we're in for it, and we're already in for it, aren't we? I mean, things are already happening which are causing us suffering, psychologically or otherwise, physically, in many, many ways. It's getting to be, kind of unsustainable, that sort of suffering, and so we know. I mean, the Almighty usually won't let you suffer too long, and something happens. And so anyway, it's all gotten to be even more and more of a challenge as man has kind of gotten away from that guidance. And so that's just about it, the thing is to, get that connection and start reconnecting and getting the real guidance that's appropriate for a human being, which usually you can't know. You can't know it. You might think it'd be good to go talk to Bob, but maybe it wouldn't be, or you might think it would be good to go and do a certain thing, and maybe it would be, and then you think, well, maybe it wouldn't be, and you don't do it. And so there's all kinds of things every day that people are missing and not doing, and they should be doing them, and then doing things they shouldn't be doing, and it's just getting, it's just gotten the multiplicity of errors is so great after, I don't know what it is, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, a couple thousand or so generations of man in this generation. And so that's about it. That's my story of creation. The fine points, I can't really say much. I mean, did he create it all at once, or was it out of time, or whatever happened there? I'm not really sure. Don't really have the inner capacity or the instruments, just yet. I'm hoping to get some eventually, in another life, or maybe on the other side. And I have some, so I can talk about these things, but not too much. And so that's about all I can honestly say and bear witness to. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and yes, it is very difficult, and at times you get relief from the difficulty. We have good times and you get to rest up, but there are undoubtedly, very difficult things that occur in the human life, and just stunning and paralyzing, and really hard to deal with. Which, in some kind of way we don't necessarily always understand, helps us to grow. And so, and it's not really the primary, will of, and it's not like within the will of God for man to suffer. He doesn't want man to suffer and have agony, but, once you take a step, by then more things happen. If you step, you act outside of the will of God, by then it has to be corrected, and will be corrected. And so that's about it. Okay, there you go.